Hey everyone, this is Tinga welcoming you to yet another Marvel Strike Force Saturday Special. Today's Saturday Special is the conclusion of X Factor Week. Now, X Factor is a great team. There's a lot of things that you can do with them, and I'm really looking forward to when they bring in an actual fifth to this team. There's not even any rumors about that yet, but hopefully we'll get one at some point. Until then, this is a very plug-and-play friendly team. So there's a lot of things that you can do and a lot of different characters that you can take with them, which makes them very versatile. For the first attack here, you'll notice there's no sound, and that was because actually Marvel Strike Force was bugging out while I was doing the recording. There was no sound even though everything was turned on, so not sure what happened here. But the matchup is going to be Zemo Factor versus Young Avengers. Now, this is a very difficult matchup as far as I am concerned. Zemo is about a 30% win rate for me. If I put in Silver Surfer instead of Zemo against Young Avengers, my win rate goes up to about 70%. And it's because Surfer offers a lot more control, plus he has heals. But anyway, let's get breaking down this battle. The first thing that you're going to want to do with Zemo is you're going to want to ability block Squirrel Girl right off the bat. If she gets her cleanse out and her heal out on the first turn, any debuffs that you happen to build up are going to be completely worthless because she'll just flush them all down the drain. Secondly, you want to use something, anything, to get a disrupted on Miss Marvel. So ability blocking Squirrel Girl to get a disrupt on Miss Marvel, those things go hand in hand, because if you can get the disrupt on Miss Marvel, she has that auto taunt that any one of her allies drops to 50% health, she'll taunt. You get that disrupted there, that doesn't happen anymore. Now, I have a couple of different ways that I attack this. The first one is to go after Squirrel Girl and try and get rid of her first, because her cleanse mechanics and her speed up mechanics are super annoying. But there are times when you just can't get that done. So what I would suggest actually is going for Echo first. Echo does an incredible amount of damage because she has that passive that will tap your attacking toon whenever you attack any of her allies. So you're going to want to get rid of Echo right away if you can, and then Miss Marvel. And depending on how this plays out, you might want to go after Miss Marvel first because she is just that annoying. Now, the beauty of this matchup for X Factor is that Zemo on crit will add speed bar to Dad Bros, and they should both be Raider, which will increase their crit chances, which are already a non-zero. So every time they crit, they get more speed as well. This should allow you to get your turns around and hopefully do a boatload of damage. For the Disrupted, you're looking for Polaris to do her job, bring everybody together, and get that disrupted on Miss Marvel. So you might want her to be a skirmisher and get that extra focus. It depends on what you're using her for, but in this battle, I would highly recommend it. Now, as you'll note, the route I went here was Echo and then Squirrel Girl. I have had it so that I would actually take out Squirrel Girl last. Because the truth is, if you can get rid of all of the damage, which is going to be Echo and Kate Bishop, and you can get rid of the impediment, which is Miss Marvel, America Chavez isn't going to be able to do a ton of damage to your team, and Squirrel Girl is all heal and no hits. So depending on how it plays out in the early going, you might give up on Squirrel Girl and take her out last. Alright, so we're on to Battle 2, and I kind of ran over with my rambling on the last one, but we're going to do something a little different here. I want to show a counter to Silver Factor. Okay, so this is Silver Surfer and X Factor. They're 820k combined, and this is just a dangerous, dangerous team to go up against. And I really don't have an X Factor with Silver Surfer to do a mirror match here. I just don't have that kind of collection power on that team. Plus then the turn meter battle, it's all a flip of the coin. So I decided to go a completely different route, and I want to tell you that one of the most versatile, dynamic duos outside of Shatterstar and Longshot is Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger are amazing because of their debuffs, and Cloak does an incredible amount of damage. Now, full disclosure, I'm bringing both Cloak and Dagger up for Dark Dimension 5. Cloak is the only one I have left to do on the City Tunes, and I'm just waiting on 9 Miasma for him. Dagger is already gear tier 16. So I put those two together in kind of a hybrid best of class team here with this squad. I've also got Silver Surfer, I've got Ultron, and I've got Minerva. Minerva's here obviously for the longevity. Ultron's here to add bots and bring on a lot of longevity and damage, hopefully a little bit of speed. But Cloak and Dagger are really going to be the ones to carry me here, and of course Silver Surfer is just amazing. And so what you really have is a weakness to exploit with X Factor. Their main weakness is blind. So Shatterstar and Longshot do a ton of damage. And when you have either one of them blinded, they don't have a cleanse mechanic. There's no cleanser on this team. It's not like Jessica Jones was in here where her special would cleanse or something like that. So once you get these guys blinded, it's kind of game over. And right out of the gate, Cloak has a pretty decent chance of landing a blind on either Shatterstar or Longshot. If there's a blind before they take their turns, especially their specials, there's no crits. You get rid of the crits, you don't have to worry about any of their speed up mechanics, you don't have to worry nearly as much as you would because your damage is going to be limited that your team is going to take. And yes, if you blind Surfer, his basic can transfer that to you, but he comes into the match with an ultimate and a special ready. So it's going to be 2 turns before he transfers any of his negative effects to you with his basic, which means if you blind right out of the gate, he's not going to transfer that either. So you have all of those mechanisms that you don't need to worry about, plus you can usually land a defense down with Cloak or with Dagger, either one of them. Now when you're facing off against X Factor, goal number 1 has got to be to split up Longshot and Shatterstar, and by split up I mean take out one of them. I would go after Shatterstar, and I do. He happens to be the first toon I take out here. And after that, Longshot, he's a good character, but he's just not great without Shatterstar, and vice versa. Shatterstar isn't great without Longshot. Together, they're one of the unstoppable forces of the game. In fact, I took these two together into Dark Dimension 4 in the Cosmic Nodes, and this was before there was any of the big cosmic teams like Eternals or Infinity Watch. Now, Multiple Man has the ability to get in the way dramatically all the time, and I lose Cloak and Dagger both in the very beginning of this match. Fortunately, Minerva is able to resurrect Cloak, and this match takes long enough that Minerva's special comes back around and I can bring back Dagger. And the two of them together, by this time, it's Multiple Man and Polaris, and really, it's just kind of easy cleanup by then. So I guess to finish the point, get rid of probably Shatterstar first, and then Silver Surfer. Once you're down to Longshot, Polaris, and Multiple Man, most of your worries are over. But the X Factor team really is a great team, and your primary focus should be getting rid of one of the 2 of the best toons, which is Shatterstar and Longshot.
As always, thanks for watching and have a great day.